So hi and hello, welcome to our channel named Code Exploration. So today's question will be, given an array of n elements, we have to reverse the array. So let's understand this question by taking an example. So array A is containing 29, 41, 11, 56, 93, 32, 88, 17, 63 and 41. So the resultant array will be 41, which will be the last element of A should be first element in the result. 63, that is second last element of A, should be second element in result. 17, third last element of A, will be third element in result, and so on. "29" will be the last element in result, which is first element in array A. Now, what should be the approach to solve this question? So, pause the video, come up with your own idea, and then play this video. So, there are many approaches, but I'm going to show you two approaches. So, the first approach will be create a new array B and store the elements of A in reverse order. That is, last element of A will be the first element of B. Second last element of A will be the second element in B, and so on. Now, we know the approach, but what should be the logic to solve this approach? Now, if we observe the last element, here in this case the ninth element. Why 9? Because there are only 10 elements, so last element will be 9. Let me give indexes. Now, the ninth element of A should go and sit in 0th element in B. The 8th element of A should go and sit in first place in B. The 7th element of A should go and sit in second place of B, and so on. The first element of A should go and sit in 8th place in B. The 0th element of A should go and sit in 9th place in B. Now, if we observe here in B, indexes are going from 0 to 9, and in this case in A, the indexes are going from 9 to 0. So we can take the help of two pointer. Here 0 to 9 will be I, and 9 to 0 will be J. So the algorithm will look like this. For I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, P of I equals to A of J minus minus. J will be initialized to n minus 1, that is length of A minus 1. So here the for loop is running for n times, so the time complexity for this algorithm will be order of n, and since we are taking help of another array that is B, so the place complexity will be also order of n. Now here there is another way without taking the help of J. If you notice A, here 9 is nothing but 10 minus 1 minus 0. 8 is nothing but 10 minus 1 minus 1. 7 is nothing but 10 minus 1 minus 2. Similarly, here 1 is nothing but 10 is minus 1 minus 8, and 0 is nothing but 10 minus 1 minus 9. Now here it is a constant part. 10 minus 1. Now what is 10 minus 1? It is nothing but length minus 1, and 0 to n, that is 9, is I, which is coming from here. So if we don't want to take any help of j, we can write this way also. For I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus b of I equals to a of n minus 1 minus I. Similarly, here also time complexity will be order of n, and space complexity will be order of n only. We are just changing the j part. Now the second approach will be, here this space complexity will be order of 1, that is we have to reverse the array in place. Now let's understand this approach by taking an example from above. A equals to 29. Now let's write the resultant array as well. Since we are reversing the array in place only, so within the array we have to reverse. So resultant array will look like this: 41, now if we observe the array with the resultant array, then 29 is replaced by 41. Now here also 41 is replaced by 29, 74 is replaced by 63, and here 63 is replaced by 74, 11 is replaced by 17, and 17 is replaced by 11. Here 56 is replaced by 88, and here 88 is replaced by 56. Similarly, 93 is replaced by 32, and here 32 is replaced by 93. So if you notice, 29 is getting swapped with 41, 74 is getting swapped with 63, 11 is getting swapped with 17, 56 is getting swapped with 88, and last 93 is getting swapped with 32. Now how to solve this logic? Here we can take the help of two pointer method, that is initialize the I as first index and j as the last index. Swap I and j, and then increment the I and decrement the j, and swap I and j again. Again we have to increment the I and we have to decrement the j. Again swap it, and so on till I is less than j. Now what will be the algorithm to solve this approach? While I is less than j, swap a of I comma a of j, and then we have to increment the I and decrement the j. So here the while loop is running for n by 2 times. Therefore the time complexity is order of n, but the space complexity is order of 1 only. So in this way we can reverse the array. Now let's jump to the coding part. Now here I have initialized the array. Now let's call the reverse function, and pass the array Let's define the reverse function. Now I am going to initialize the variable length as length of an array. Int I will be 0 and j will be then -1. Using while loop, we will start reversing the array. Condition will be I should be less than j. Here we have to call the swap function by passing the array a, I and j, and then we will increment the I and decrement the j. Now we will define the swap function here. Now many of guys know how to swap the two elements. We will take the help of temporary variable by storing a of I in it, and then in a of I we will store the value of a of j, and finally in a of j we will store the temporary value. Now here we will print the array in reverse order. I equals to 0, I is less than a dot length, I plus plus system out a of I with spaces between them. Then we will run this code, and yes, it's reversing the array. The array has been reversed.